This is Rockslapping Champions. Player 1, playing Phoenix. We have Probius. Player 2, playing Dehaka. We have Snotch. So let us have a look at the masteries while the players do get set up here. We have Phoenix attack speed. We have 30 points into the AI attack speed. And we have also 30 points into the starting supply mastery here. Now, you can make a little bit of an optimization on this mastery set. You can reduce the amount of starting supply as long as you're paying attention to your macro a little bit, and you can actually get some value also for your chrono boost here. These ones all seem to be okay as well. Dehaka has gone for an interesting split. He's gone for the Devour Healing and a small point into the Devour Buff mastery here. You usually want to go for the Devour Healing, but given that Dehaka is Rock Slapping, you probably are not going to get attacked back, so maybe you want to put your points into the Devour Buff time instead if you intend on devouring units other than the rocks. And then we have 24 points at the Pack Leader Mastery, and the Gene Mutation chance versus the Dehaka attack speed. Attack speed is a little bit better because the Gene Mutation, it does not actually give you as much of a buff as you might expect, and especially if you are rock slapping, you probably also do want to go for the attack speed so you can rock slap a little bit faster. I cannot even imagine that I'm saying this right now, but yeah, if you want to rock slap, you can do that. And I'm just, as is standard in Rockslapping Champions, I'm going to show you this clip here so that you can clip it and make GIFs or do whatever you want, and that is Dehaka slapping those rocks back and forth and back and forth. Now, this mission overall is actually a really good one for Dehaka if he actually goes and farms some essence. He can jump over here using the deep tunnel, or he can jump over these rocks and he can level up and I think get to maybe about level 2, level 3 before the first attack wave spawned. And speaking of which, we can see that the first attack wave is going to be a bunch of zealots. There is a ping from their ally to tell Dehaka. Dehaka is going to go and look at his ally's base here. And again, there is another ping here from his ally saying go and deal with these zealots. There is a Taldaran here. Taldaran unfortunately cannot deal with all these zealots by himself, but Dehaka jumped over here now, and he should be able to jump through. He has a Devour, but he is not using his other ability here. Oh, there we go. There's the other ability that he uses to now deal with these zealots. Taldaran has lost actually 200 shield and no HP. That was kind of surprising. But Dehaka is now done, and where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go and push? Nope, he wants to go and clear his expansion. He was interrupted from rock slapping, so now the rock slapping will commence and resume until the rocks have been completely cleared out. The other thing that's interesting is that he's actually not using his abilities. If he uses, like, I can't even believe I'm saying this, but if he uses abilities, he might be able to clear the rocks a little bit faster if he at least jumped on the rocks. But now Phoenix is out, and Phoenix will be able to deal with the rest of the mission solo while Dehaka clears his expansion rocks. Is he going to go and slap the other rocks? Phoenix has cleared out this side so far. And Dehaka has deep tunnel across. Okay, what is Dehaka looking at? He's admiring the stairs that are going to the temple. He wants to get a really good view of these very wonderful stairs. There are some cracks on the stairs. He's just going to be examining the cracks right now, making sure that everything is okay, allocating some skill points. And now he is... where is he going? Oh, he's just going to park himself at the base right now. He wants to wait until the rest of his army comes out. Production-wise, we have already Glavic's Den, and we have 10 Zerglings that are coming out for Dehaka. And we have the third Primal Warden. Expansion has already been taken. No gas rocks have been cleared, unfortunately, for Dehaka, but he does have a Zergling army right now, and he's going to be making Ravasaurs. Of course he'll be making Ravasaurs. Why would he not be making Ravasaurs? He is rock slapping, and Ravasaurs just go hand in hand with rock slapping absolutely perfectly. And it is basically the cheese to the wine that is Ravasaurs to rock slapping. It is the chocolate to raspberries, and as you can probably tell, I am hungry while I am casting this game. But the rock slapping must commence. That is the hybrid being dealt with, and we can see that Phoenix is using some newly added units to the game. I have never seen Phoenix using disruptors, despite the fact that they are reasonably decent, or so I'm told. But those are disruptors, and you might be asking, Phoenix has disruptors? And the answer is yes, Phoenix does have disruptors. You see why the disruptors are really, really good. And since he's dealing with a ground composition, actually, that is not a bad choice. Masters and Machines comp, there are a lot of High Templars, and these High Templars really like to storm your face. So having these disruptors, they mean that Phoenix will be able to pick off this army before they deal a little bit of damage. And now Dehaka, accompanied by his army of Primal Roaches and his army of Ravasaurs, and he's going to be pushing in right now, and he's going to be slapping this army down. You can see the Ravasaurs dealing some damage from the back line, while Dehaka tanks on the front line, and the Stalkers are just going to start focusing down some of Amon's army here. This one Roach is a little bit close to dead, but he does end up surviving right now. And now the Void Thrasher is out, and you see the amount of damage output from those disruptors, and that is the Void Thrasher gone before it even gets its first skill shot off. And now there's one Ravasaur there's wailing on this pylon. Expansion has already been produced for Dehaka, but we are at the 8-minute and 45-second mark, and there are still no drones on this expansion. Over here, we have Dehaka that is... Does he want to push in? He might not. It might not be a wise idea to push into this base given the army composition that he has right now, but Dehaka wants to produce some more stuff. He's going for his attack upgrades, and now he's putting 13 more Roaches down, and now he's going to have to deal with the next attack wave, and he has gotten his primal regeneration upgrade, or his healing aura upgrade, whatever it's called. It's the upgrade that you want to get last for Dehaka, but that is very, very normal. So now Dehaka is going to get ready to try and deal, and this is the High Templar I was talking about earlier, where I think Phoenix might just have a field day with these guys, just completely wrecking pretty much everything that is there. Dehaka is in a little bit of a perilous situation right now, because he is losing a few of his structures. He puts in a few Primal Worms, gets his Glevic down, calls Glevic in, says get into the fight here and start helping me kill this stuff. There was no usage of Glevic's Fire Breath until the last Stalker has died, but that is Glevic's Fire Breath now. Glevic is going to be chilling here with his buddy, the Primal Worm, or the Greater Primal Worm, until they die as well. Some more static defense to get put down for Dehaka, and Dehaka has also added some Creeper Hosts here. Creeper Hosts are actually really good on this mission. They're a lot of fun to play with, and we also have one random Guardian added to the mix here. But now, the next attack wave is making its way towards the players' bases, and I just want to show this part here. Just see the damage output here for Phoenix. It's just basically laughing at this attack wave. But we need to take a look at Dehaka's play. He's going to move his army right now, and he's going to start engaging these hybrids. Glevic is okay as well, but there's again no use of the Fire Breath here, which is very, very important. I can't remember what it's called. I think Incendiary Acid, maybe? I can't remember. Now there's another attack wave that is jumping in, and now the Zealots have charge, which means they will be able to close the gap between the Roaches and the Zealots themselves, but all seems to be okay. There are a bunch of drones here, and now we have a Raven. Oh, we have a Guardian that is actually going to go and try and clear these rocks. But nope, they want to go and engage this attack wave instead. There is one Guardian. There are a few Guardians at the back, and this is exactly what the issue is. Now the High Templars have storms, and these storms are going to start coming down onto Dehaka's army. And so far, he has lost a total of 2 Roaches, 4 Zerglings, and 1 Ravasaur in that engage. These drones are just chilling over here. This primal hive is also looking at these drones. Drones are looking there. They're looking at something. They're looking at this guy. They're mad with this guy for some reason. Like, why are you spewing blood all over the place? I mean, like, come on, man. Clean yourself up. You have a hole in the back of your head. And now we have the attack wave that's coming up right from the middle of the map. And Dehaka seems to have noticed that attack wave, but he does not want to address that attack wave normally. But yeah, you can just see these disruptors doing so much damage. Just look at that. And that is why Phoenix Disruptors are good when they are used well. Dehaka is looking at his army right now. Where is Dehaka? Dehaka is on this side of the map. I think he went to pick up some of the essence. But Dehaka is looking at this area here, and he's making some more Primal Guardians, which I guess is okay. But you can see this Creeper Host as well, dealing a good amount of damage to the ground forces. And yeah, the Creeper Hosts are really, really nice units to use on this map. You see the Disruptor damage output here just completely shreds the Ramon's army and completely ends up wiping out everything that is there. And Dehaka just standing guard on this side of the map. Does he want to push? I think he wants to pick up some of the essence here. What I might do is I might actually switch to Dehaka's point of view, so you might see what is going on, but I don't think that is going to kind of a little bit messy here. But yeah, there's nothing over there. Switch back to Phoenix here. There's now an attack wave here. Unfortunately, there will be observers, and those Creeper hosts are probably going to end up getting picked off by Amon's army, and now Dehaka has to deal with that army all by himself. Devours the High Templar, ends up pretty much, or the Archon, ends up pretty much killing off everything that is there, and his army means relatively safe and sound. He is sitting at a total loss of 2 Swarm hosts, and so far, none of Phoenix has not lost a single unit in that game. He's just using his Disruptors so well to clean up the enemy forces over here, this expansion. And right now, at the 14-minute and 50-second mark, is the first 5 drones mining at this expansion, which is weird. And now Dehaka has decided he wants to go and rock slap. He has reached adequate level now to rock slap and clear out these rocks here, so he's going to clear out those ones right now. Is he going to put down his extractors? He's cleared out the rocks, he has the minerals, but he is... what is he doing? He's looking at his expansion right now. Okay, now he's put down his extractors, and there's one random tuna fish hybrid that is harassing Phoenix's army, and unfortunately one of the Templars does get a storm out, and this might be Phoenix's first loss. He's lost 1 disruptor in that entire engage, which is somewhat unfortunate. I was kind of looking for a perfect game, but it is very, very difficult to keep these things alive. But there we go. That is Dehaka with his army of Guardians and Ravissors, and is there an Ultralisk? That is totally an Ultralisk over there, and we have a few Primal Hosts as well. This is a random hodgepodge of units, but there are no units that deal damage to air, which may be a problem if Dehaka has to try and deal with the airdrop attack waves here. We have another Ultralisk here. I guarantee you that this is going to be a Tyrannosaur. There's a ping now, and now this temple is going to take... oh no, did the temple take damage? I'm not really sure the temple took damage there, but in that engage. But that is Talondar using his ability and his solar flare upgrade to completely wipe out the attack wave. And now the next Void Thrasher has spawned and instantly gets deleted by the Disruptors of Phoenix. And now Dehaka wants to push into Amon's base here. He's armed with Ultralisks, he is armed with Ravissors, he is armed with Primal Roaches, and he's armed with Guardians, and one random Primal Host here. So that should not really be... the enemy base should not stand a chance against Dehaka's army. Leaves that pylon alive just a little bit. He's going to start pushing into the middle of the space now. And that is actually really good. Like, pushing in and starting to clear is actually really good play here for Dehaka, because it does allow him to clear out this lane a little bit easier. But Guardians are sitting right here now. Oh, he wants to go for the bonus objective. Never mind me. Never mind me expecting Dehaka to actually try and all clear the base. But he's going to go and clear this area out. And that is the Tyrannosaur that I was talking about earlier. I think I mentioned it. That he was going to make a Tyrannosaur. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. Feels old, man. I'm getting really too old for this. And that is the first Zenstone done. A few storms coming down onto his army, but he seems to be reasonably okay. But now there is an attack wave that is coming up towards Dehaka's base here. And that one Primal Worm is not going to last long, if he's wondering. But Dehaka jumps into the front to try and keep his stuff alive. 3 greater Primal Worms drop down, but these things are hybrids, and the Tuna Fish Hybrid is more than happy to disable it. We have a Devourer right on top of the big Tuna Fish Hybrid. Tuna Fish Hybrid gets eaten up into a nice Tuna Fish sandwich. But now these greater Primal Worms are in huge trouble, because they are going to get focused down by Amon's army. Storms coming down onto the Primal Hosts here, onto their Locusts at least. And I think Dehaka reasonably handles... is the Primal Worm alive? Wow, that Primal Worm actually survived that onslaught. This guy's like, I have a hole in the back of my head, I managed to live. Oh yeah. And now we have another attack wave. Dehaka has noticed this attack wave on the way, so he's going to be moving his army of Guardians and Primal Hosts over this side. There's the Glevic. Is he going to use his Fire Breath? Fire Breath would be really, really good right now, but there are only storms right on top of Dehaka's army. And he does actually end up cleaning out this without really too many losses here. Yeah, I think he seems to be okay. Total of 3 disruptors have been lost for Phoenix, and we have a few more drops coming out from more storms blanketing over Dehaka's army. And I think, yeah, I think he did end up losing 1 more Primal Host. And now Mervar gets dropped onto this side, and again, it's on the Archon, but Dehaka is nowhere close to being able to deal a little bit of damage, and now the storms are going to start coming down right on top of Phoenix and Dehaka's army there. But those disruptor shots are being very, very valuable. But over here, there was another drop attack, and that drop attack has dealt a little bit of damage, finally picking off the one Primal Worm that had survived for so long. press F for Henry, the primal worm that survived for so long with a hole at the back of his head. But now he's finally ended up dying. And did Dehaka actually lose his gliving stand? Oh no, okay, all his stuff is over here on this side. I thought he actually lost all his production structures, which would have been kind of surprising because I would not have expected the attack wave to be so large. But we have now some more cannons being dropped down for Phoenix. A little bit too late though on these cannons, because these cannons now, there's basically the last of the drop attacks, and there's nothing that'll be coming up on this side. The only thing that'll be dropped are the attack waves that'll be coming up on the middle and the individual players' lanes here. Dehaka, though, wants to go for the next bonus objective. His Guardians are taking a lot of damage here from these flowdown cannons. Yep, Dehaka wants to go and deal with this bonus objective. This might not be really the optimal timing because there will be a Void Thrasher spawning, and there will also be an attack wave that will be spawning with a Void Thrasher, and that attack wave might end up bypassing his army and clipping his base, but Dehaka does not seem to be interested in taking that into consideration, and he's going to go and try and deal with his Zenithstone. Void Thrasher has spawned right now, and Dehaka is going to be wailing on this objective, leaving his Phoenix ally to deal with this first attack wave. And yeah, that is the attack wave that is just going to be passing past Dehaka's army like two ships in the night. Dehaka has noticed that this attack wave is moving past him, but he's not going to go and engage that attack wave, let alone with Dehaka himself. And that attack wave is really scary because it is one of the largest attack waves in this mission. Lots of Zealots, lots of Archons, Colossi on the back line, and they are going to start ravaging through Dehaka's base here. These Zealots deal so much damage. Phoenix jumps in to try and help his ally. Finally, Dehaka deep tunnels across here, but now he has left his Guardians undefended, and there's going to be another attack wave that'll be on the back of this next attack wave, and there we are. There's that attack wave coming up. Void Thrasher deals a little bit of damage, and now these Stalkers are going to be more than happy to focus fire down Dehaka's army, and that is Dehaka's army completely exterminated right there. Dehaka is down to 37 supply. He has lost pretty much everything over there, and now Dehaka is basically wondering, what do I do right now? Phoenix has lost a little bit also. He's lost 5 disruptors, but while that engage is okay. He does end up devouring the full HP hybrid, which means he does not have access to any of his other abilities, and he promptly gets eaten up by Amon's army. And now this is a problem because these hybrids are going to start attacking Dehaka's base if they notice that his primal warden is in this side. So there are a few cannons here that do end up drawing aggro. Dehaka being like, help me, help me. Few Ultralisks as well joining in, but they are going to become a Tyrannosaur instead. Phoenix decides to recall his army right on top of Amon's army, which promptly means that Amon's army will end up storming his disruptors. So he does take a few losses, but his 13 disruptors have gone down as a result of Dehaka's mishap of just ignoring that one attack wave. And now there are another set of attack waves that are coming up. Middle attack wave, really scary. A few disruptor shots that do end up coming out and dealing a good amount of damage to Amon's army right there. But this temple is in huge trouble. There's a Void Thrasher that has been attacking this temple for the past 2-3 minutes right now. Archons into Phoenix's base, and now Amon's army is right on top of the temple. Phoenix has lost pretty much all of his army. Temple sitting at 700 HP, and that is pretty much Dehaka's base also completely getting wiped here. Drones have no idea what to do because they have no primal hives to mine from. At 500 HP, this temple is getting very dangerously dead, but does end up finally surviving, and that is GG.